Hey guys, hope you're having a fantastic holiday week and happy Christmas Eve. I'm actually recording this from my bedroom back home in Houston, and I'm very blessed to have the entire week off, actually until the new year. So I'm looking forward to it. I wanted to, as I've been on holiday and taking some time to slow down a little bit, I put out a tweet yesterday, kind of like to sum up my 2019 wrap up specifically around my content. And I'm sure as I start thinking about this more, it starts to come into other areas of my life, and so it's an exciting journey to unpack it and to figure it all out. But I would say probably the one thing that, I looked at this year, or that I did this year, was one of the things I can improve on was that I was overly critical of myself. When I would do things, and it was overly critical of myself with unrealistic expectations. It was the expectation of likes, the expectation of comments, the expectations of something just blowing up and going viral. It was a lack of patience, high expectations, unrealistic expectations, and I was a very hard judge of myself. So I'm sitting here, it's been cool to sit there and reflect and take a look back at a lot of the content that I've produced, and to see really how incredible it actually is. Just thinking about, at the beginning of this year, at the beginning of this year was when I received my first affiliate payout, which is extremely exciting, and the first time you ever get that direct deposit, it just absolutely, brings a smile to your face. Fast forward through, I had the absolute worst month of my year, followed by the coolest month of my year, and I was able to turn a tragedy into a new beginning. A lot of those of y'all who have been with me since the beginning know that in April, lightning struck my apartment and fried the motherboard of my gaming computer, fried my Xbox motherboard, and also fried my capture card and my router. And this was like this is devastating. I had my best, April, I had my best month. I received my largest payout. My community felt really on fire, and it literally all like flashed and crumbled before my eyes, but I was during in the meantime, I had commissioned a new rebrand, and this was exactly what it needed. It was a cool way to come back from a fresh start. There was definitely a lot of mistakes I had made up to that point, but it was a nice way to almost evolve more into me. And I like right when that happened, I had also been accepted to be a featured streamer at the DreamHack Dallas event last year, to stream from the studio live, as a featured broadcaster, which was unbelievably incredible. And right after that, I had received my entire rebrand, where I had changed it from Boonified to Boonified Gaming. And that really started what felt like, that really started to feel like it was from, it was more me. I was starting to become more of myself. I was starting to learn more about who I am, learn more about what my niche was, learn more about, it felt a lot more me. I still think the old logo is really cool, and I still have a lot of big plans for that down the road, but this felt a lot more, had like a lot more character, so I was able to come back with all the tragedy that happened with my PC going out, and I was able to come back strong and with a brand new look, and since then, I mean, man, I started, I started competing in esports. I started my own podcast. I started pumping out more content on YouTube. I started taking a lot more Twitch clips. I made my own montage And I started putting out more blog posts, and I started a merch store. It's just like there's so many things that happened this year, and it's hard to like, but the interesting part is that like, we don't choose to see that at the time. We choose to only see what we didn't do, and those are some goals, what I mentioned earlier, being less hard on myself, being able to love myself through mistakes, not setting unrealistic expectations, actually asking every morning and reminding myself that I'm doing this without expectation of anything in return. And also, wait, what was that last one? Posting more of my story versus what is trending, and I found myself doing a lot of that this year. And so I think these are some solid goals, and it's been a wild year. And I felt like I've had my foot on the gas pedal, but just not really like a North Star. The North Star is just, I think it's more obscured by a lot of these things that I just mentioned. So here's to removing, here's to having, something greater than myself remove all of these things that block me. And I'm really, really excited to see what 2020 has in store. So it's exciting. It's looking up again. I'm not streaming until, probably going to be Saturday of this week. I have a new giveaway planned. Teespring's actually, lastly, Teespring is actually hosting a giveaway for me, and they're paying for the entire thing. So I couldn't be more grateful for that. And so I'm going to be doing a lot more reflecting. There's going to be definitely a new vision for 2020. I still haven't quite seen what that looks like just yet, or kind of like seeing where I want to go, but stay tuned for more of that. And if guys, have a Merry Christmas. You really spend this time with your family, the people that love you the most. And also, if family is tough, if the holidays are kind of tough for you, one thing that's helped me is that getting out of myself, regardless of what my opinions or what family drama is going on or what's happening, is always been the best medicine, and whatever you can do to get out of yourself, whether it's making a difference in someone's life on social media, whether it's helping out around the house, whether it's cleaning the dishes, whether it's, engaging in conversation. I mean, that's really what it's all about, regardless of your circumstance. Because Lord knows I've had a lot of, terrible Christmases where I just wasn't present. And I was very empty. So just note that, I've been there, before, where holidays weren't so happy and weren't so joyful, but I found ways to make them meaningful. So I love you guys. Merry Christmas Eve. Hope you'll have a Merry Christmas, and I look forward to seeing you soon.